Okay, so today we are going to learn how to create um, personal IDs for each person. You are not going to type it so that it will create it automatically. So you are going to write a formula or a formula in the next cell which is going to create that ID. So let's get started. So this ID, we want it to be like, it will pick the first two characters of the first name and the first two characters of the second name together, and then it will pick the last two characters of the year together with the number of people in that year. So let's say the first person, for instance, it means we'll get DATE, then there will be a dash, then we will count. So if we count and this is the first person, it will be 001, then dash, then the last two characters of the year will continue like this. So this is the format we want. So this is 2023, and 2024 will also be FOGH. So this is for Stagati, so FOGH dash. Then this person will also be 001 because in that year group, A is the first person. Then another 2024 will have JEME dash, then we'll have 002, then 2024. So they are two in that order. So when we come to 2022, that will be the first person in 2022. So in this format. So how do we make Excel do this automatically? Okay. So I'm going to create it here. So here we're going to first of all fetch the two characters. So let's see how we can fetch it. So the first thing we will do is to fetch the first two characters of the first name, which will be left. So equals left. Then we fetch the text, comma. So let me use the formula bar. Fetch the text, and then we go with two characters. Close it. So this is what will happen. Okay. So let me create other columns. I want us to do it one by one so that we'll get the whole thing. So left will take that, and also we want to fetch the first two characters of the second name, and so we are going to search. I think search will do that for us. We are going to search. We are going to search, find in text. What are we going to find in this text? We are going to find empty space because empty space separates our first name from the second name. So for us to be able to identify the second name, we have to first of all identify the empty string. So let me use the formula bar once again. So comma, then within text, this text, then we close it. So that will give us 7. It means on character 7 in this case, we have the space. Okay, so we want to pick the from there. Okay, so we start with mid. So mid will pick from there. Mid, then we take the text, then it asks us for the start number, and the start number should be our 7. Okay, and the number of characters we want how many? We want 2. And so close it, and then that gives us T. So you see, this one is going to pick the 7 together with the T. So it has taken this empty space together with. So instead of 2, we will make it 3. All right. So this is it. So now we have succeeded in getting the 2. So it's left with us to join the 2. So I'll leave a space. So that will be equals then I'll pick this one, okay, and instead of picking this one contains a formula, and that formula is this formula. So it means I'll pick this formula and this one, okay, and then also I'll change all of them to lowercase. So I'll go like equals, forgive me, I'll come and select it first. So I'll copy, come and place it here. I don't want to bring equal to for now, so that I'll be able to leave and then come and select another one. Okay, so now I am going to bring the equal to sign. So I have this formula which is producing the dA, and this formula which will produce the TE. But then remember that the one producing TE is picking something from D, right? And that is D2 here. So it means the D2 here should be replaced with this formula. And so I'm going to pick that formula. That is the search. And then I'll come and place it inside D2, where D2 is, right? Then you see I've gotten the DATE. So there's a space, you see. All right. So because we don't want the space, instead of this one, instead of starting from 7 from here, the one we got TE, instead of starting from 7D2, we will search and then get the 7, but then we'll add +1 to start from the next character, okay? Then we still go for 2 characters. So instead of 3, we'll make it 2, so that it will remove the space, okay? So here we are going to do the same thing here. So 2, and then the search is going to produce 7. So it will be +1. So we have removed the space. Now we want to change everything to lowercase. So the whole of this formula should be in lowercase. So we go lower and we close it. So we have succeeded in getting the first part. All right, so that is it. We want to now get the second part. So the second part is we are going to get the numbers, okay? So we go count, but instead of count just like that, we will do count if. So we are going to count the range, okay? We're going to count the range, then we will put the criteria. What do we want to count? So the current row that we are in, we will count this. So that when we come to the next row, it will count this, okay? But then, remember that we want to consider the year group and start recounting if it is not that year group. So if it is 2024, we will start number 1 again. We will not continue to number 2. So this is it. Now 2023, what this one will do is that it will count all the 2023 insiders. So if the 2023 are 2, it will assign 2. Meanwhile, we want 1. Okay? So what we are going to do is that it should rather count only this part. And when we come to the second part, it will count the second and the top, so that if 2023 is here, it will count that one and this, and it will be 2. Then it will assign number 2 to the second person. So it means that always the first part is locked, all right? And then the second part will be expanding as we go down. So it means the second part should not reach 6. It should be the same B2. So that will count B2 to B2. By the time we come to, so let me lock this one. So I will close this and then, so by the time we come down, look at this, we come down, you see that this is still B2, so it is counting from B2 to B3, and then it is looking for what? B3, that is the B3 here. It is looking for this to count between these two cells, so it will find only one. When we come down again, it is looking for B4 from the top to this current cell. So it is looking for 2024 all around. So it sees only 2, then it will assign 2. So you see, we have succeeded in this count. So let me delete this. So now we have succeeded in this. How do we add the zeros? And how we add the zeros in Excel is to add the function text. So text, then I put the number, the value inside. So this is our value. The count if will be our value. Let me let the count if stay alone, and let me come to the next column. We'll combine everything later. So I'll go like equals text, and then I'll select the value. Okay, comma, and then what format do I want? I want 000 format. I want 3 digits. Okay, then I close it. So I want 3 digits. So I've succeeded in getting the 3 digits. So you see the one is now here, right? It took 1 and it has placed it here. Now I need the last 2 digits of the year, and that should be here. The last 2 digits of the year should be equals, then I'll take right. That is easy. So right, then I'll take 2 characters, right? So I'm done here. So finally, we are going to combine the whole thing together. So first of all, we pick this, the formula for this. We combine it with the dash. Then we pick the formula for 001. We combine with another dash, and we pick the formula for 2023. So if you do something like this, you can form a whole lot of formulas or a longer formula without getting confused. You can do it step by step as I have done, small, bit by bit. You get them into bits and then you combine them later. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. It is only the dash that I didn't create any column for, but then we are going to fuse them. So first of all, let's pick this one. We are supposed to pick this, okay, and our dash, okay. Then, so you see the dash is here, okay, in a quotes. So and this one, the 001, and our dash again, and this one. So we have achieved it nicely here, but what if we delete all these? We don't want this. They are just helping cells, okay? So what we need is to get this here, and then you can delete this whole thing. So instead of using the cell reference, we will use the formula inside the cell reference. So F2, we will replace F2 with the formula here, okay? So I'll come and take all the formula here. Good. Then come to F2, come here and replace it with it. It's still achieving the same results. Good. So we are good to go. Then I come to H2. So I come and look for my H2 here. This one. I'll come and select this, everything here. And then I'll come and replace H2 with it. So now it's left with what? I2, right? So I'll come and pick I2, right? And then I'll come and replace here. All right. Yeah, I think that is all. So we have achieved our aim. So let me copy the whole formula, cut, and then this time around, I'm coming to place everything near my good. So now if I delete this, it will not affect my formula. Right. So it is affecting it because one of them I skipped. I skipped H1 here. I didn't place H1 here. You see, the H2, sorry. I didn't place H2 inside this formula. So inside the text H2 formula, we should place the formula for H1. So I'll come in to copy this. And then inside the H2, where is it? Text. Should be H2 and not G2. Yeah, it should be H2 and not G2. I wonder why it changed. So I can now clean this up. All right. So you see, now everything is working for this first person. Now let's do autofill and see if everything is working. So you see, Philomena is PHAN, fun, then 001 2021. So 2021 is only one here. We have 2024, we have two people, so the IDs are two. Then we have 2023 is one, 2022 is one. So let me add another person. Let's say Gregory Bedu. So I type 2023. So that will be the second person. So I didn't do the autofill. Let me do autofill here. All right. So 2022, you see GRBA, and then that is the number 2. So you can immediately look at the ID and see the number of the number. Let's say the number of people in that year group. Okay, so this is number 2 in 2023. It's different from number 2 in 2024. So this ID is uniquely different from this ID because the year groups are different. Okay, so that is it. If the year group, if I get another 2024, then this will, the next person will get to 003. Okay, so if I get 2024 again, then I type, let's say, Paul Gansa. See, so nicely done. Let's take care of the errors. So with the error in Excel, we just type in front if error. If the whole thing is error, if this whole thing producing error, then I'll come to the end, close it. So the whole thing is inside the error. Okay, I'll not close it for now. So comma, if the whole thing is error, comma, then give empty string, then I close it. So now I have done this one, so I can drag it down to affect the rest. So you see that it has affected the rest and everything is cleaned up. So you may not know what is going on here until you type what you have to type. Let's say Beatrice Ajay. Then I type 2024 again. Let me do 4 again so that to increase. You see 2024 is 004. Okay, we have 4 people. Now let me type another one. Vivian Mensah, and I will type 2020. So 2020 is now a new person, so that should be 001. Okay. So you see, we have created a dynamic ID which will dynamically assign IDs to the year group. So that is it. Thank you very much.